Hi, everyone. I'm Julia Marcelino, coordinator at the Global Mindset Academy, Sterna's branch responsible for developing the global mindset on those who would like to see their companies going global. So welcome to the third session of the series of the Global Business Mentoring Hub for Startups Virtual Edition, which is an extension of the series that were delivered by Sterna during the Web Summit in Rio this year, back in April. And well, we have realized that the content was so well received and useful that we decided that more people should benefit from it. And that's where the virtual edition came in. And just so you know, this project is going to happen in this way. Once a month, we're going to have a mentoring session with different specialists with different themes regarding internationalization. This will happen for a year until May next year. So in the end of this session, we're going to share the link so you can access all the themes that we are going to have available. In today's session, we're going to have Raquel Kibrit, Sterna CEO, to share with us key elements on how to prepare your startup to go global. Should you have any questions, please feel free to post them on the chat and we'll get to them later. Raquel? You're on mute.
Just a second. Now I see all of you. Hi. How are you? When I'm sharing the screen, I don't see many people, but it's great to meet all of you. Do you hear me now? Do you see me now? Yes? Awesome.
Yes,
Okay.
perfectly.
So it's a pleasure to be here with you. I'm Raquel Kibrit, the CEO of Sterna International Business. And today we're going to talk about how to prepare your startup to go global. Okay. So as Julia mentioned, in the end, we're going to have opportunities for Q&A. So please feel free if you have any burning questions that you want to take the opportunity and ask, just feel free to do it. Okay. Um, do you still see my screen, my PowerPoint presentation? Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to switch to that screen. And if you need anything, I do need you to open your mic because I won't see you until the presentation is done. But bear with me, it's a lot of content and a lot of technical information for you. So I hope it's useful going forward. So a little bit about me specifically. I'm an international strategist designer. I work with the international expansion of companies for 15 years now. Most of our clients at Sterna International Business are tech companies, and we have been grateful enough to actually follow and support the journey of companies expanding to multiple markets, being Brazil or the US or Canada, Mexico, Colombia, many European countries, and also a few destinations in Asia. So it's been a journey, of course, coming from working with clients from multiple markets, but it's always a good challenge. I'm a major in international relations. I have an MBA. I'm a mother of two and an entrepreneur, a serious entrepreneur. So that's my profile. So before we actually start, we would like to actually check how ready you are on this journey. Do you mind actually taking this quiz? It's 10 very quick questions. When you're done, please let us know, and we'll go back to actually more content. So please put your cell phones here to the QR code, and let's see how you score. Please let us know when you're done. This quiz was designed to actually check the essentials of going international. So these questions are actually meant to start a reflection on how well are you prepared for this journey. Did everybody get the access for the QR code? Please put your thumbs up if you were able to actually scan the QR code. André, Ana Paula, Gustavo, were you able to access the link?
Yes, I got it. I cannot give a thumbs up because I'm in the web, but yeah.
Awesome. Good to see you, André.
Long time. Good to see you.
Yeah. Daphne, are you all right? Flavia, Gustavo,
Yes, thank you.
yes? Okay. Felipe. Hi, Ricardo. Welcome to the session. We're taking a quick quiz to actually, oh, we have more people. Just a second. Hi, Ricardo and Fabio. We gave a few minutes. We have just started the mentoring session, and we're taking a quiz on how your company is ready, is prepared to go international. So I'm going to go back to the screen, and you can start the quiz by scanning the QR code, okay? We're giving 5 minutes to this activity. Fabio, Ricardo, were you able to scan it?
Yes, it's Fabio. Yes, I'm working on it.
Awesome. Please raise your hand when you're done, okay? Awesome, Ana Paula. Okay, guys. Ana Paula, what was the score?
Here was 7.
Sorry?
7.
7. Congratulations. André, the score?
8.
8. Awesome. André Aquino. We have 2 Andrés.
9 out of 10.
9 out of 10. Amazing. Okay, guys. Anyone else finished? It's okay if you only got 1 or 2. That's the whole point of being here. It's just the start on where this journey will take you. Gustavo, do we have any scores?
Sorry, I'm having some problems with my computer. I couldn't do it. I will restart the computer and come back as soon as possible.
That's okay. Felipe, 3 from 9. Okay. Flavia,
I'm walking on the street. I can't do it right now.
it's okay. We'll send you the link later so you can do the test.
Thank you.
Ricardo, Fábio.
Fabio here, not ready yet. Working on it.
Okay. Okay, everybody, we're gonna move ahead with the mentoring session, and it's okay, Ricardo, you can take your time. We will start doing the presentation, but you can wrap up and then share your scores later on, okay? André Camargo, I think you can lower your hands, or you have any burning questions.
I really don't, sorry.
It's okay. Okay, so let's go ahead. I'm gonna share my screen again. Here. Awesome. So just following on, there are 7 barriers that separate you from your international clients. Okay? So these are the first points that are important for you to address when actually going international. And this is how you can start getting prepared for your international journey. Okay? So just being mindful of these barriers will help you actually lower the barriers for your international clients to come to you, okay, or to see you or to start interacting with you, okay? So I'm just going to go over a few of these barriers, and you will understand a little bit more on the readiness that you are, or what actually would be a good homework to do before you reach out to international markets. Most companies actually start reaching out to markets or attending international events or doing paid marketing internationally, or actually doing the outreach without actually realizing how ready they are internally. So when they actually reach out and there's international interest in their value proposition, they actually struggle with the delivery or the next steps of the wholesales and delivery of their product or service in the market. So if you're prepared for it, you will actually be able to address this situation very naturally, and we'll be able to actually welcome your international clients and start your international journey, okay? So the first barrier that we have here is language. Language sounds like a very obvious one, but it's not really that obvious. When we talk about language, we actually refer to a very specific term, which is localization of content, which means you actually communicating in the language of your potential client. So let's say I'm targeting the US market. So it's really important for me to have my website in English. Would it be any English? No, it would be recommended that you actually have your website in American English, which is different from British English, which is different from other of Canadian English. Or so again, like just the expressions change, and it's really important that you do this language translation. So we do recommend that you have at least a landing page for your website and work on translating your products or your services. Okay, so if you're working with a software or you're a SaaS, make sure that your software is actually translated when you're prospecting new clients. Fluency is really important, especially in your team. So if you're interacting with an international clients, please make sure that the members of the team that are communicating to international clients are fluent in the language that you're targeting. We're talking about English, but it could be Spanish, it could be German, it could be Chinese. Like it doesn't really matter what language, as long as they are fluent and can communicate properly. Okay. Your prospective clients need to understand you in order to interact with you, in order to buy you.
Raquel, for some reason, you're on mute again.
Just now? Are you okay? Okay.
Again,
Awesome.
after language? Not yet.
Okay, so let's say I think I clicked and then it went on mute. Let's see. Maybe you guys will need to click for me, but we'll see. So yeah, so let's say after language is actually tackled and you guys have done the homework translating your software and translating your and having a landing page and having the resources that you need to actually go through the customer journey. Okay. The second question is, do you have a product that matches your market? Okay. And again, this is really valuable. You want to make sure that whenever you're actually doing your outreach, you're offering a product in a market that actually needs it. Okay. Having said that, not every product or service is has the potential to go international. There are some products and services that are really local or will take a great effort to be able to actually expand to other markets. Okay. So just to give an example, for instance, if you're from a startup that does a lot of accountancy or looks after legal services, there's a chance that your product or your service is actually localized to your country that you're from. So you're solving a national challenge. But when it comes to international markets, it probably means that you will have to adapt a lot of your solution to be able to go international. So there are options that this can be done, and many companies have done this, especially in the fintech sector, where going through regulations or using sandboxes are actually a great start to be able to make those changes and localize the software for other markets. But yeah, it's important for you to be aware that what kind of service do you offer? Is there any regulation attached to it? And then work on those regulations. Sometimes it's not even regulations. Sometimes it could be like changing the metric systems that you're working with, or just like changing the currencies if you're working with something related to payments. So again, you do need to be mindful that it's important for your software to be localized to the market you're tackling. Let's say you do have a product match, okay? The client understands you. They see that your product is actually a good fit for something. And then you are one step closer, okay? And then the client will actually say, well, how much does it cost? Do you have a pricing strategy? Is your price in dollars? Is your pricing in Brazil, in reais? Is your price in the currency? Am I going to have to actually make a currency check, or am I going to have to take currency risks when purchasing your service? How do we actually match this? So it's really important for you to have the pricing localized to the market that you're targeting. If you're targeting Europe, having a pricing in euro is really good, or if you're targeting the US market in dollars, again, just being mindful of that localization is important. Your client very unlikely would like to okay, so this costs this much in euro. Okay, but how much would it cost in Canadian dollars? Like, that's a really inconvenient step for a prospective client. So if you can take care of those counts and also taking care of taxes that could be included or other additional costs attached to the pricing structure, that's really important, okay? Let's say client understands you, you have a product that actually solves his problem or her problem. It's in a price range that it's really useful for them. They can pay, they're really happy with the price. Do you service my market? Can you support me? And again, as much as this seems like a trivial question, many times, maybe you cannot provide the service in that specific geography yet. Okay, so let's say you're actually based in Brazil and you go to the Web Summit in Lisbon and you meet a Chinese prospect client that is actually so excited to have your solution. Do you actually service that market? Can you actually provide the service? And you're going to say, oh, I'm a SaaS. Of course I can. Okay, how about customer success? Are you going to be okay with that time zone when having Chinese customers? So again, it's important for you to look at your customer journey from sales all the way down to aftercare and see if actually in practical terms you can serve that market or not. And then if you can't at that time, that's okay. Okay, you can be prepared for it. You can actually get prepared for it. But if not, please make sure that you're focusing your time and energy in markets that you really can provide the service, okay? It can be that, just like having viability to actually have a market that is not so well connected with Brazil, or there will be many taxes to be paid between the both of your markets, and that actually makes the product more expensive, the service more expensive. So again, there's a lot to actually make sure that the market is connected to what you can provide. But let's say you do provide. What is your timeline for delivery? How long will it take? Is it a plug and play solution? Do you need time to actually customize the software to your client or do the configurations for it? Is there any development that takes place? How long does it take? Again, like, these are burning questions that the client will make. Let's say your delivery time works. How do I pay you? That would be the next question. So again, like, all these questions seem a little obvious, but the way that you should look at it is actually lowering the barriers for your client to come to you and feel comfortable hiring you, okay? Regarding the means of payment, the most practical ones would be credit cards or international wire transfers. This would be the most practical ways. Of course, you can plug in like a Stripe solution if you like, or if you're working at a marketplace, just use their means of payments, but those would be the most common ones, okay? And please make sure that whenever you're looking at means of payments, you're also looking at the fees that the means of payments are going to offer, and if there are any taxes attached to it. Sometimes, if you're working with a service, with a technology service in the international market, you're doing any import-exports of service. So sometimes in the country that you're actually exporting to, there will be a retainer fee, a retaining fee from the banks when your client is making the payment as an import tax on services. So it's important for you to actually calculate those margins and make sure that those taxes are actually paid without calculating on your price, so it does not eat your margins on your product. And then finally, I'm so happy that you're almost there. What happens if I want to cancel? Is it clear? Is it a 30 days notice? Is it an immediate cancellation? How does it work if I don't want to work with you anymore? And then having clarity with all of it will actually make sure that you can do business with your clients. Okay. So again, just wrapping up, when you're working on your international markets and you want to be prepared for it, please make sure that you're looking at the 7 elements for you to actually close more businesses with your clients. Okay, working on language, making sure that your product is localized in your market, in a pricing that is actually in the price, in the currency that your client wants to pay, in the geography that you're available, okay, in the country that actually makes sense for your product, having a delivery time that works for the client in the way that he can pay you, and having a clear cancellation policy, okay? This is meant to actually help you with the elements that are important for you to look at before going international. So these are a few instructions to reach growth stage in Brazil or internationally. And these are elements that help fast track your business deal. So let's say you've done all that homework internally, okay? You don't have to actually do anything outside of your country to do that homework, that 7-pillar homework. And then after you're done with that homework, you can actually look at hiring these kind of structures to actually help you fast track your expansion process, okay? So when you have a defined target market that you want to tackle, you can hire a country manager, have a legal entity registered, work at a soft landing hub, and having a local bank account. Raquel, why are you bringing this up? I'm bringing this up because this kind of structure actually helps your prospective clients be more comfortable with hiring you, knowing that you have a local structure in place. Okay, so let's say you're targeting the UK, okay? And for now, you don't have a structure there, and you're there doing business development, you're attending events, and you're in London, like all that madness that we love. You go and you find someone who's really interesting to actually be your first client in the UK. And you're like, okay, will you buy me? I'm actually based in Brazil. And he will say, well, I do not want to take the risks of actually celebrating an international contract with a company so far away. So it's a deal breaker for many prospective clients, the fact that you don't have a local structure in place, meaning you don't have an office there. So what if I need assistance? Or what if I need, nobody wants this, but let's say I need to file a lawsuit against you. How do I do it? I don't know the legislation in your home country. How do we deal with it? So having these local structures in place will actually make sure that you're known as a local business. And as a local business, people will feel more comfortable hiring you in the local terms. This actually reduces a lot of risks when you're doing business, and actually increases your potential client base just from being local. So it's really important to actually choose the right spot for you to open your company internationally and make sure that that company is maximizing the business opportunities that are available. At Sterna, we have innovated in the country manager role, where we have created a country manager as a service. We have country managers spread across some countries around the world where they work part-time in the landing of your company. So that first 18, 24 months of your landing in a new market, we do have professionals with an entrepreneurial background that will be able to actually deliver your landing strategy as you move on and you progress in your journey as a part-time country manager. So this has worked this has worked for a few clients in the past, and we do believe that it's a great model for companies looking at flexibility in those first stages of going international. This is just a little bit about our group. Sterna is 6 years old. We're a team of very experienced professionals. Everybody has lived abroad. Everybody has international experience. Everybody speaks multiple languages. And we do help our clients from providing mentoring sessions in the Global Mindset Academy or working in the planning stages with go-to-market plans and international expansion roadmaps at Sterna International Business. And we also help our clients in the delivery part of the expansion plans with the Country Manager Hub. So we do invite you to actually know more about our brands and how we actually support companies in their international journey from the beginning and all the end and all the way, not to the end, but the beginning of their journey too, right? In the delivery stages. I do want to invite you to our next sessions. We do have a very great lineup on how to do business with Americans or how to expand to the UK, how to launch an effective international social media campaign. And again, you can see all of our next sessions here on this QR code with our complete program for mentoring sessions. Guys, this is me. You have my contact. Please feel free to actually reach out and interact with us. And I do want to now open for burning questions. Please feel free to open your cameras and interact with us. We're here for you.
Well, before anyone else, if no one else has a question, I do have one. How important would you say that a customer success manager or specialist should be local? Or does that depend on the type of business?
It depends on the type of business. If it is a technology company, it depends on their customer journey. Some customer success can be actually in the home country, but sometimes you do need somebody in customer success that is local. I'm going to give an example from a company that was actually one of our dearest clients, AgriScout, which they were an Israeli company that expanded to Brazil. And so they needed a local customer success that spoke Portuguese. And this person actually needed to travel to multiple destinations to visit their clients. So this is not something that people could do remotely from Israel. It actually needed someone in place to do like a regular kind of relationship. So it does depend on your international model, on how your customer success is established to see what is the best model. It's really important to have somebody that speaks the language of your target client. Anyone else?
I do have one
Ricardo,
question.
go ahead, Andre. People, you can turn on your cameras now. We're good.
Awesome. I'm not doing that because I'm home office, so not dressed accordingly. So besides of the country manager that you were offering, what else you can help? Like I'm in the US, so what else you can help me here to grow my company?
So we do have a few services that we offer on the execution phase. Okay, I will take the burning questions as they are sent on the chat. But we have also created an SDR service for international SDR services for companies that actually are looking at creating a larger client base. We do have a support team that can actually work on that prospection if this is something that you're looking on achieving international sales. We also have the possibility of deploying people locally if this is something that you're looking to grow your national footprint to other regions. But it would depend on what is your challenge and what you want to achieve. And we will create a cell of people, this is what I mean, and to support you execute your strategy faster. Is that okay, André?
Yeah, I got you. You just cut a little bit when you say about sales. What kind of help you can provide regarding to sales?
We can prospect clients for you and support in your international sales cycle.
Got you. Yeah, let's talk after this then. Thank you.
Yeah, awesome. I think we have a couple of questions on the chat. Do I need a local contract, or I can use a double column contract to sell to an American company? So this is something that we've done for a few clients in the past, where our international legal specialist, our lawyer, actually creates templates, okay, for those kind of contracts. So, and then these templates can be done 100% in English, like it doesn't matter, but they will be able to actually communicate between Brazil and US law, which is good. Or you can use the double column contract, that's also possible, but the double column contract gives an impression that you're a foreigner, okay? So it's okay to actually use contracts only in English. You don't have to have them in both languages. Okay, even if you're just a Brazilian company and you don't have yet a company registered outside of Brazil. We've done that in the past. We would be happy to help you with this, Felipe. Any other practical questions? Ana Paula Costa is typing. We have provided you for a link here with the landing page that has all of our mentoring sessions, so you can watch the ones that we've done and you can actually register for the next ones. Okay, Tasha has just shared on the meeting chat for you. Ricardo and Fabio, did you score? I have not forgotten about you.
I did indeed. 6 out of 10.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
That's
This
good.
doesn't happen that often though. Like so many people scoring so high.
Yeah.
Very nice.
You know, for the ones that have scored high, I would actually be open to taking more sophisticated questions if you're more ready. So any other questions, guys? Okay, if not, I think we can wrap up. I know it's
Just a second. I also shared a link for your Calendly. So if you guys want to have like a private conversation with Raquel, her schedules there is a Calendly, super easy. Just go there, see when it's more convenient time, and then you get your invite on your email, and then you can have like a private conversation, have a little more if you have more questions, or if you have questions like by the end of the day, because I know that's like a lot of content and sometimes we still need a little bit more of time to, like completely grasp and make all of the connections. So feel free to access and reach out, okay?
Well, since we don't have any more questions, but I see people are typing, so should we wait? 40 seconds, but no
Yeah.
rush.
I have a software, Ricardo. I have a software company. We basically only offer services, and I'm working on adapting the website and systems to be multilingual. Your content and webinars are so helpful. I'm planning to launch before November. Wow, this is great, Ricardo. I wish you really good luck on doing this translation. The multilingual is such an important asset for an international journey. Please let us know if you need anything related to this. If you're working on your website and your systems, it's probably also good to check a little bit on the user experience, on the UX side of things, especially on a few links or a few positions of buttons that actually, when you're going to a specific market, the user experience is different. One of the cases that we have about this that are really interesting is actually Happy, the competitor for iFood. If you look at their Colombian site and their Brazilian site, they're quite different. So again, it's just like a reference of how you can actually see. I don't actually know your tech vertical, but I would do a double check if you're doing this kind of localization on your softwares and your systems, besides working on the language, which is key. Okay? Amazing, guys. Julia, you can wrap it up.
So before we go, I just want to invite you to our next mentoring session, which is going to happen on September 29th September 25th with Rodrigo Torres from Drummond Advisors on how to do business with Americans. Thank you all for coming and hope to see you soon in the next mentoring session. See you in the world.
Bye,
Thank you so much.
everyone.
Bye-bye.
Thank you very
Bye-bye,
much.
thanks.
Bye bye.
Thank you for joining.